know where the troops at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you landed here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We about to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfield.
This episode of Chief Concerns is brought to you by BetOnline.AG. We're back and better than ever. A new web interface for the start of the basketball season and more props, odds, and lines than ever before. BetOnline remains your number one spot for all the basketball and football action this season. Head to the new updated desktop or mobile website to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code BELIEVE50 to receive your bonus. That's BLEAV, the number 50, BELIEVE50. From basketball, football, NHL, boxing, and UFC right to your favorite Vegas casino games, don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite sports. BetOnline, where the game starts. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Chief Concerns. Tonight we got a packed house with both our hosts, Eric Warfield and Jason Dunn tonight. Fellas, how you guys doing?
Awesome.
Doing good, man. Doing good. It's starting to get a little chilly, a little cold out here. So
Yeah.
Other than that, man,
I like the cold weather,
man.
baby.
Huh?
I like the cooler weather. I like this fall weather.
I like fall weather. I think the shock of like fall weather and winter kind of rolling in at the same time is what's getting everybody. I have a family member that works over at Lowe's, and they said every heater is sold out. Like,
Damn, already?
Got there. Huh?
Already?
Already. Gone. So, and you know what it is, E? They start talking about little flurries. As soon as they start saying that, over.
So what happened? They don't have like central air out there, central heat?
I mean, you do, but you know, man, like an old house. I said that's what it is. It's the shock. It's the shock. Man, that cold, you know how it is. A cold wind when it first hits you, like, oh shoot, man, I gotta get bundled up, throw 2 or 3 jackets on. And so, you know, everybody's overreacting. Next thing you know, man, bread and toilet paper be off the shelves. So
But a lot to get into this week with the Chiefs. Obviously, we won. We'll get into that. The whole show kind of preview or reviewing what we saw on Monday. But obviously, since then, we had the trade deadline. Melvin Ingram, a guy we talked about a lot during the offseason, finally in the house. What do you guys think of that move?
I mean, honestly, I like it. The one thing I'm not, real high on is I think they said he's only had 1 sack throughout the season. And for a guy like him, of his stature, of his career that he's had, Melvin was a beast coming around that corner. So for whatever reason, it didn't work in Pittsburgh. I hope he finds a way to make it work here in Kansas City. Because I've enjoyed watching his career at San Diego. But you've also had a Bosa on the other side that kind of makes things easier. So I'm hoping that, having Chris Jones in the middle can make it easier for him. So we'll see. But it's worth a try. We can't just go through the, trade, midseason trade deadline and miss out on opportunities that are there. What I understand, I think Denver is still paying the majority of Von Miller's money. They lost a few draft picks to get a guy of his caliber. So for a couple of years, hell, I would have done that. But, we got Ingram. I'm happy with it.
yeah, I like it. I like it because he's going to add on to the defense. He's going to make it better. I mean, that's why you'll get a veteran guy with a veteran voice out there to help change the dynamic of the locker room and hopefully just the defense. So this is one thing we know. He's going to give you a little bit more than what you had on the outside this past year. He just will. So even if he got one, that's going to be better than what we see. And because he can play that rush guy, he can hold up that end. That's another thing too. You ain't gonna worry about him, getting pushed down. He's a big guy, and he doesn't have the speed like he used to, but he's still gonna be effective. He's going to be good in the running game. He's going to get you needed pressure where you need it to be. That way you can use him outside, keep Chris down inside, right? So he can start, causing some havoc. And Chris looked good this past week with some of his quickness and things he was doing. So I think just with him in here, it's going to be better than what we've seen out there this year. And so, like you said, with both on one side, maybe now just a little bit more somebody of a threat, maybe help free up Frank. Maybe, I don't know. So,
that's a good thing. Frank's actually been playing a lot better here in the last couple of games. Adding more pressures, getting more hits on the quarterback. I guess I would say hits, but he's gotten a couple of sacks here lately, though, hasn't he?
I think not sacks.
Outside of the one, he had a penalty for driving the guy into the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he's had a couple of good pressures on the quarterback lately. So
A lot of pressures.
He's making a turn.
He has some good pressures, and that's what I said. I like Melvin coming in because hopefully with his presence, they can feed off each other. And so I'm looking at, man, you have a D line with Ingram, you got Clark, Jones, and Reed, and all those other guys, man. And just this should bolster the defense somewhat. And I think, with, like I said before, just his veteran voice in the locker room would help tremendously too. So now they ain't seem like, it's just Tyrann Mathieu. You got a guy who's been there before, knows especially, the division real well, right? And so to me, I think it was a good signing. We've been pushing for him. Like I said, we brought him in one time, and we should never let him go. So we'll see, man. To me, it's a positive. It's no doubt about it. We needed somebody in here, and he's in here. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Kansas City.
And he had a sack week one, but he didn't really. He hadn't been getting a lot of playing time over the last few weeks, which is kind of the reason why he wanted out of Pittsburgh. Which maybe played to the reason why he doesn't have maybe more sacks. But he'll definitely get utilized with our defense for sure.
Yeah. Well, they got some boys up there, in Pittsburgh, defenders. So that's youth. So
yeah, but that's a Pittsburgh thing. Like they get those horses for that front seven. So they go on. They get some good picks in the draft.
Yeah, they gotta find them. And then also another thing we're going to get into at the end, we make our predictions, but today Aaron Rodgers is out for the game on Sunday. He has COVID, so wish him the best. But I mean, obviously, if we were kind of a 7-1 team, if it was like a 7-1 versus 7-1 team, I'd be like, oh man, I really wanted to see that, the battle of both those guys. But we really need a win, so I'm going to take Jordan Love all day.
And man, if we were 7-1, 7-0, I would still be happy if Aaron Rodgers was out. I mean, he's one that's proven. There's a reason Stephen A. calls him a bad man, because you can't take anything away. Aaron Rodgers is a really good quarterback. And to me, he's on a mediocre team with just a great receiver in Devontae Adams. And he makes it work with his, with the running back and a one receiver. They not the most potent offense, but when they need a score, they know how to go down the field and get it. And yet on the other hand, we sit here with a great tight end, a great receiver, a great quarterback, and we're finding ourselves struggling. And I don't know if it's that we need to get away from the spread offense and just go to basic, just put, Tyreek Hill out here, Kelsey at tight end, and split out one of our other guys on the other side. So we don't have, I don't know. It seems to me like the spread offense isn't helping us. And so for whatever reason, we can't go for the chunks like we usually do on offense. I think teams have figured this out. And it was just, to me, embarrassing to see you can drop 8 guys in coverage, actually 7 guys in coverage, have 1 guy spy, and then have 3 guys to rush. And there's nothing we can do about it. With the quarterback, the caliber of the quarterback we have, the caliber of the tight end that we have, and the caliber of a receiver in Tyreek Hill. Like, there's nothing we could have done about that. We just have to take think and dunk to just get down the field. It's kind of embarrassing. And it got to the point to where I think it messed with Patrick's head, because after that first interception, he was just shook throughout the rest of the game to me.
All right. I'll get on that part just a little bit. Let me talk about Aaron Rodgers first, this whole deal with him and Aaron. All right, first off, yeah, 7-1, 7-0. It doesn't matter if he's not here, it's good. And I look at Aaron Rodgers probably being probably the number 2 quarterback in the NFL, no doubt about it. We had number 1. And so I was looking for the State Farm game. I was ready for it. And I thought that, and I said this last week, I said, if we beat the Giants, everybody's going to be like, oh, you beat the Giants. And, it was like kind of a, moment. But this, with them coming in, taking that type of victory against Aaron Rodgers and that crew, which they have a very good football team on that side, would have solidified like these guys are back, right? And I wanted kind of that challenge. But the thing is, man, Jordan Love's going to come in here, man. He's not chopped liver at all. So he's a guy, man. He could throw the football. He could run. Really smart guy. Has a good ball. I mean, that's why they drafted him, right? So we know when he comes in, he's not going to be like some of these other guys, man. He's got some really, really good talent. And so to him, he's thinking, well, look, now this is one of the best stages I could be on, playing, arguably the best quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. And so that was going to be the challenge as far as them coming in. Now, I will say this. Aaron Rodgers lying about his vaccination and all of that, man, is like the funny part. It's crazy, And I know that's something for a whole different time. But to me, I just shook my head, man. I was just like, yo, that's wild about it. But, him not being there. Devontae Adams and Lazard was out last week, right? That was a 2. Yeah. Now he's out. So the time is going to be thrown off. So this right here is kind of like that perfect storm. Everything, now you ain't got the top guy in. Now we got Melvin Ingram in, right? And some new things just happening, man. I'm excited to see the game. Yeah. Now, I will say this, E. I look at it, I don't think it's, you can kind of call it a spread offense. Because it's not traditional, like like we say, right? Running back, full back all the time. 1 tight end, 2 tight ends is a little bit of that. And a lot of my question, man, had to be with, what are we doing with Josh Gordon? That's part of the problem. And, getting another guy out, getting open is what I think part of the issue is. The second issue, and I think actually is probably the number 1 issue, is running the football even more. And we did it this last game, and we were very effective. I think, and this is me, my opinion about it, but it seemed that because that was a lot of the game plan, running the football, you could see some of the receivers and everything just being off about the offense, right? It didn't have that click, right? It's not sexy, running the football for the Chiefs with Mahomes and all of them. They want to throw the ball down the field. And I think it just seemed like that it didn't have that that synchronism of things, syncing everything together like it should, like the tempo of the game or how they do on offense wasn't the same. And I think if they learn how to get that balance, man, they're going to be all right. I think that's what it is. But when you start running the football, you just can't become predictable when you run it, right? That's part of the problem. So.
And we'll get more into this kind of takeaways of the Giants game. Right now, we have a guest coming on to kind of go through all the topics with us tonight. His name is Maurice Brown. Goes by Reese, right, Eric?
Yeah.
All right. So
Reese.
Okay. Looking forward to meeting Reese.
There you go.
There we go, dog. What's up?
There we go.
Yeah.
What's going on, Reese?
Good, man?
Huh?
What's good?
Oh, nothing, man. Just sitting here chilling. Hey. You know me. I know. You know how I get down.
I was telling the man, I don't really know how we met. I think we met on social media, Twitter. And hell, just kicked it off then and started playing golf and been cool ever since.
Yeah, well, actually, what happened, take it back, my nephew, when he was there, remember
Yeah.
He introduced us and we just started talking on Twitter, and that was it. Then golf, and then a lot of trash talk, stuff like that.
It is what it is. Look.
You know how I do it.
And so what's your take on the weekend, man? Like, I know you have a lot of opinions and you voice them very, very loudly on Twitter.
Okay. Well, let me start off by saying, I always start off by saying this, man. I didn't play in the league, but I know what I see. I've been around it enough, and I've seen enough to know what I'm looking at. Honestly, it all comes down to this. The defense, for one, getting better. They got them young boys out there linebacker. They getting faster out there. They're getting better. I'm gonna leave Sorensen alone because he got enough heat on him already. So I'm gonna leave him alone right now. But I truly believe Patrick Mahomes having that foot injury, not being able to do his normal all-season work. Eric, you know, athletes, they like routine. When you get them out of their routine, they're not right. So I believe he's trying to play catch up during the season, and he's pressing and he's rushing. All he got to do is calm down. But having that baby and that foot surgery, not been able to work out in the all season like he normally does, I truly believe has messed him up. His footwork is probably looking the worst I've seen since Texas Tech, in all honesty. The offensive line, I tell people, man, listen, we got the offensive line, you know, the average Twitter person just, oh, man, we're going to have the best line in the league. No, it's going to take time for him to gel. I wasn't expecting for him, but at the same time, you can help them gel by running the ball more. We see what Derek Gore did when he got in, and I don't care if nobody said he our best running back. I've been thinking that since preseason. He's our best running back on the roster. As far as, you know, Hilaire got good feet, not such great vision. You know what I'm saying? So but Williams got good vision, but he's not quick enough. I think Derek Gore is the perfect running back for us right now. You know what I'm saying? Unless we can get lucky and get the dude out of Michigan State draft next year. Man, you know what I'm saying? Then that'd be enough stuff.
I love that.
But you know what I'm saying? But I just think it's a lot of fatigue also. If you want me to be honest, I think it's a lot of, you know, I don't think people understand going that far in the playoffs every year, how it wear on you mentally, emotionally, physically. This is the toughest sport you can play physically on your body. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why you tell people about the Patriots every year. Like, the fact that they was in the mix every year, that shows some toughness, some mental toughness. Because everybody's not built for that, man. But I think it's enough time to get it going, man. You know what I'm saying? So look, I gotta take my pause.
I don't know, man. I think there's a lot about football that affects people's play throughout the season. And right now, for me, just my understanding and my perspective of what I've seen, I think Patrick started out a bit cocky. I don't think it had anything to do with his foot. I don't think it had anything to do with his kid. I think he started out a bit cocky, thinking that, okay, we're the same Chiefs that we came from behind in the Super Bowl. We came from behind in many other games. If we get behind, we can make the plays to get us to where we need to be to win these games. And all of a sudden, we fall short. Whether we don't get a first down, we don't get a touchdown, or we get an interception. Okay, we'll get better the next game. You get the same things happen. So you're still thinking that, okay, these are just little mistakes that we can get past these early in the season. Now, all of a sudden, you're close to midway of the season, and you're looking at your stats that have never looked like this before. Never. You got the announcers and everybody else that's explaining to the world, Patrick has never lost a game in September. He's never thrown an interception in September. He is Mr. September. All of a sudden, you've thrown all these interceptions. You've got these fumbles. You got these losses. Everything that's put out there about you is not living up to what everybody's saying. So mentally, it's starting to bother you. Then all of a sudden, you get stuff with your family, whether you got your brother, your wife, and people have little antics that's going on. Social media is like big and it's killing them. He doesn't have to read it, but you're going to notice it. We all know that.
All right.
And then it comes down to last week's game. They came out. I think he was ready for it. All of a sudden, he makes one little crazy play to jump up and throw a pass, and it's picked off. Now he's bothered. He's shook. I'm going back to the old stuff of what people are saying about me. Man, I done been there. I done been there where people are like, oh, he sucks. He's getting burned. I can go out there and play great games, and all of a sudden, I hear somebody in the stadium, in the stands, and they say something that catches my ear. Boom. I'm thinking about that. And so I think mentally, certain things are starting to affect Patrick, whether it's stats, whether it's losses, whether it's the team as a whole. I think he is mentally not on the same schedule as what he's used to. Somebody told me, I think it was JD that mentioned that he needs to go talk to LeBron or Steph, because he's kind of in that same line. Like, they've been to the success, they've been to the top, they won championships, but they've also had to learn how to handle adversity. They've also had to learn how to handle stuff off the field. Steph with his family, LeBron with his mom and whatsoever. They've all had to deal with this kind of stuff. And I don't think he's at a point to where he's able to deal with it yet. And also with Andy Reid. Andy's had to deal with two of his kids in crazy situations. So the team, to me, overall, I just think that they are all in need of something mentally to cleanse them, to get them on the right track. I still think we got talent. We all know we got talent. We got a great team. It's just that right now things aren't falling in place for us. Nowhere. You don't see Tyreek Hill missing this many balls that turn an interception. You don't.
He thinking. Let's be real. He thinking about that big payday. You know that. He pressing. Pressing because he wants
exactly. And a lot of us are. A lot of us are. And a lot of this chit chatter that's on the outside and on social media is starting to take effect on people.
Yeah, they need to shut it out.
And as much as they want to say it's not, look at Tyrann Mathieu. He's a prime example. And he had to come back and apologize for it. And so it's tough, man, to either be in the game and say, okay, that doesn't bother me. Yes, it does. Because you're going to look, you're going to notice it. It's going to catch your eye. As much as everybody wants to say it's not, even with LeBron, even with KD and all these other guys, it's going to catch your eye. It's going to get your attention. And when you start seeing things playing into what they're saying, then you're really bothered. And I just think right now, Patrick just needs to be rewired somehow, because he is way too talented for the throws that he's making. He's way too talented to be breaking out of the pocket as soon as he's doing. And even with a lot of the other guys, we just need to tune it in somehow mentally and get back on pace.
But how, though? Is that on coaching?
Hold on. Let me say this. All right. And I think both of y'all make pretty good points, okay, what I'm seeing. And I agree with some of the things y'all saying, but also, too, and I'll tell you where. So, when you was talking about just offensively, we got to realize we have a brand new offensive line, 5 new guys out there, 5. And so we got one guy who was a right tackle who's playing left tackle right now, okay? We got a left guard who's coming from from a team who's got a good payday, who has a center who's a rookie right there beside him in Creed. Creed has a rookie beside him in Trey Smith, and Trey Smith has a rookie pretty much in Naeem. And so the thing is, and I see what you're saying, Reese. You was talking about one thing that will always solve up the defense. And what this line does well, they are big guys who like running the football.
Run blocking.
Man, listen, Trey Smith is a dog out there, right? We know that. When he came from college, we talked about all the attributes that he had as an offensive lineman, being nasty, should have been chosen number 1. Now, look, here's the thing. He's going to be going against all-pro defensive tackles every week, lining up, experienced guys. And so what he was doing in Tennessee, he wasn't seeing that, in the NFL. As far as like pass blocking, that's a whole different thing. Like you got to grow into that. Unless you're just like really good working at it all the time on the offensive line, it's not going to come that easy. And when we was doing that film study, you could tell the levels where Thuney was an all-pro guy, right, and Trey Smith. And you could see where Trey Smith was just getting pushed back. Now, I think a lot of the ill starts with that because the tackles hadn't been as exemplary as we thought they would be, right? I mean, I'm just going to be honest. They've been struggling a little bit. And
but
so,
Jason, on top of that, don't you think he drops back a little too far?
It's been the same drop back. It's been the same. And I looked at it. I watched the film. And the thing is, what teams are starting to figure out is, you get half a man when you're playing defensive end, right? Your thing is not to get your hands on the guy. But the thing is, our guys can't get back fast enough. They're not, like I said, we got a guy who was a right tackle playing left tackle this year, all right? That right there is just a whole different technique, getting his body right. So when you kicking out, you watch how these defensive ends are just beating them to a point. And all of a sudden you see that I'm watching this heels click, right? If we're watching our offensive lineman to tell you, anytime you click them feet, you beat.
You done. Yeah, you done.
And so I seen a lot of that, just studying them, just watching their feet. Not as good. Same thing. Patrick, when he's out there, I think a lot of it is some of the shell shock, right? Because he's still trying to trust that line. That's a lot of it, man. That's a lot of it, trusting that line. So I think you got like the perfect storm we talked about, not just the line being new, trying to trust those guys, but also too, let's just go to the off-field things, right? Like being a star, it's hard to be on top all the time, to be great all the time. And especially with Twitter and all these things, it's constantly in your face. Like you don't have a window to mess up. You know what I'm saying? They don't give you a rope. And so when people talk about him, either he sucks or he's that good, right? Shoot, when he was making those throws, everybody loved it. Now when the throws are not coming like he's throwing it, I mean, he's still making sidearm throws. He's still doing phenomenal things out there. But you see tip passes, we see things that they're not customary to, right? Turnovers. And so what they was talking about, they were just looking at the stats. Man, his turnover rate now, for what it has been, a lot of it has been at, tip balls, playing in those windows. And defenses, I say this, and I'm going to stick with this. Tampa Bay has put out a blueprint on how you deal with Kansas City. That's what they want to do. Like you said, look, we're going to drop 7, okay? We're going to rush 4, see if they can hit home. If they don't, the 7 going to drop back there. We're going to spy Patrick, and we'll go to that field. But they double Tyreek, you double Kelsey, and you let everybody else beat you on the outside. I'm not going to let those 2 win. Let those other guys beat you. And if you're not running the football, it's not really a threat. And so teams know, look, I'm peeling back. As a defensive end, I'm coming off that football to come get them because they're going to throw it about 40, 50 times a game, right? I mean, if you're a defensive end, you think you're going to get your numbers up this week, at least have opportunities.
Jason, can I ask you something, though? Like you played in the league, I didn't. I just find it weird that the Packers can find ways to get Adams open, and that's all they got.
Yeah.
Like why can't our coaches get one of those 2 guys open? Like what's wrong with the scheme where they can't get them open? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like I don't understand. This dude's 100-something catches a year.
2 words. Words. Aaron Jones. They got a running back, right? And they're gonna hand it off to him, and he's gonna go get his yards, right?
So just like I said earlier, though, JD, that's still 2 players, Adams, Aaron Jones. We got Mahomes, Kelsey, and Tyreek Hill, and to me, I like McKinnon out of the backfield. He's been doing a great job catching the ball with playmaking ability.
Yeah.
Now he's not the running back to get you downhill, the rush yardage that you need. Now we just discovered that Gore might be the guy for us.
Right.
So it might change up things. But to me, we've been so dependent on our offense to where we want the chunks. Our only quick plays are the screens.
Mm-hmm.
We throw that little screen and, get whatever you can get out of that Tariq. That's the only quick thing we like to go to. We don't like doing slants. We're not big on hitches. We do some crossing routes now because they've kind of taken the top and covered the top of us. Mm-hmm. I just think that as a coaching staff, we got to learn how to adjust to make the offense easier to get points and get yardage. Right. So the way that we run our offense, and if you think about the numbers, right? Devontae Adams, he was number 1 receiver last year. Okay. Toya, the tight end,
I think he was like top 3 in tight end in receptions or receiving yards. I know at least top 5 at the time. You got Aaron Jones, who was making, a lot of headway in the backfield. Then you got Lazard, who was a good receiver in his own right. And the other guy, I can't think of the 3-name guy. Scanlon. Yeah, Scanlon, he was just dropping balls. But you have a legitimate threat. And so the way they run their offense is different than what we run our offense. When we play action, you don't see people biting on it anymore. They ain't biting off our play action. They don't have to, right? They talk about RPOs. Well, look, they're gonna show them 7 in the box. They daring you to run the football. That's what it is. They are daring you to run the football against them. And they know because it's not your primary offense, they're not gonna do it. They know that. And like he said, they're looking for the chunks. They're gonna try to throw the ball open. Devontae Adams runs precise routes. He's the best route runner in the NFL right now. Precise routes. That's why they call him the best receiver, because he's so crisp in the things that he does. Our offense is more geared toward kind of the little guys getting open, finding the window, right? Because you got a guy that's going to get the ball to you. And that's the way I see it. That's why I think Gordon is getting lost in the shuffle because he's not a smaller guy. You're trying to fit a big peg into a little peg, right? You're trying to take this guy and fit him into your offense, and it's going to be a hard time because it's like, well, wait a minute. Some of these things we don't really run. We don't really run some things to a big guy, right? So,
but you think Andy Reid, he's this offensive genius. Shouldn't he be able to say, okay, this is what we do, but let's, like Gordon, I don't care what nobody say. Like, I'm a big fan of Josh Gordon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
here too.
Yeah, I believe he still got a lot in the tank. I don't know why we're not using him. Like, use him. I mean, come on, man. Like, I tell people all the time, I said, if you want to break down my top 5 just physically gifted wide receivers, he's in my top 5. With Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens. I'm talking about physical ability.
Yes.
My top 5 all time is just pure physical talent. And I don't get it. Like, why are we not using him, man? I don't get it. Make it work.
And the players are saying he's still dynamic, right? And we're talking about this. Like, look, it ain't me talking about how good he is, right? We've seen him. We know how good he is or how much what we think. But the players, Kelsey, Mahomes, Tyrann Mathieu, all these guys are sitting there saying, man, this guy right here is a beast out here. He still got it. Shoot, we should be throwing the ball to him. So they're still in all of what he can do, skill-wise, physically. Right. So you're right. How can we not be using it?
How much of that is the playbook, though? Because I know for the last few weeks we've been saying, he's still learning the playbook. But at what point it's been 3 or 4 weeks now. I mean, at what point is he going to learn the playbook, if that is the issue?
You got a big truck in a little man's race. That's what it is. I mean, they running around, doing flips and reverses and, the spins and motions. That's our offense. And so you ain't going to have Josh Gordon going in motion and getting the reverse. Not now. Not right now. My thing is utilizing. Look, even if you want to just cut down one side of the field, take away the double team, you won't do that, get this guy over.
My perspective on that whole situation is I don't know, because we don't get to see practice. There's something going on in practice that we don't get to see. JD, I get your point of what the players are saying, but the players are saying what they're supposed to say. That's your teammate. You're supposed to say he's still got it. He can still do this. He can still do that. I don't see any reporter saying Josh Gordon did this to the defense. I don't see any of the guys saying, he had a standout practice. So there's something going on that we're not seeing because they're not throwing him the ball. They don't have him in on certain plays. They don't even play him a lot. So there's something that we're missing. Now,
I think Monday night, man, he was in there probably about 30, 40 plays.
Yeah, a lot of snaps.
Okay, but how many plays was he looked at, though?
That's my point. That's my point. If you listen, you play ball, y'all play ball. How can you double 2 people? That lets me know he's 1-on-1. Yeah. I haven't even played in the league, and 2 things I know. They double 2 people. The other side, I'm literally playing Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill on the other side of the field. And I'm on the other side, I'm letting my dogs eat. I'm going to count that box. I'm going to say, okay, we got 7 in the run. That's what I always liked about Peyton and Brady. Forget my numbers. I'll do what's easier. Right. Oh, okay. Let me come out this huddle, count this box, 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. You know what? Let's run. I mean, I know that, and I'm sitting at home on the couch. drinking. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's the matchup.
That, man. They got to see that. Somebody got to be in that boy's head and say, hey, we're going to give you a pass play in this huddle. We're going to give you a run play. You go out there and count that box. And I believe some of that, too. He steps up and he predetermines. Oh, this one I'm going to go with the ball. And then, it ain't open. Now he started running. You know what I'm saying?
And that's my thing, too. I noticed a lot of that, too, like, Reese, because Patrick already has in his mind who his first read is.
Yeah.
That first read ain't there. He ready to take off and go either left or right to see what he can find with some kind of spectacular throw.
Yeah, just stay in that pocket. Shit.
Well, that's progression, though. You're supposed to go through your first and second read.
He ain't, but we understand that, JD. He's just not doing it.
Yeah.
He's already in his head. This is who I'm going to.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
okay.
saying.
So you got pre-snap read, right? Pre-snap read, but also, too, you're going through your progression, 1, 2, 3, just based off what the defense gives you. The thing is, look, he's going to throw the ball to the guys he trusts, right? I mean, I'm looking at this. If I see 10 out here and I'm no Travis Kelce, I'm going to trust these guys. These are the guys that are going to eat for me all the time, right? They're going to come through when I need them. And so some of that, we keep forgetting that Patrick Mahomes was able to maintain a drive and extend a play with his feet. Probably one of the better ones in the league. And everybody didn't really see it coming about how good he was as a scrambler, right? He's really underrated as far as like running the football with his feet, getting first downs. To me, to be honest with you, I think he's one of the best as far as like, kind of underrated quarterbacks, just getting the first down and extended plays, right? Yeah, so he keeps the drive going. And so what teams are starting to figure out, look, the spine. Matter of fact, what they did down in the end zone, they had a guy it was nickelback, and he spied him the whole time. Same thing with Tennessee. Tennessee did the exact same thing. They spied him. And he said, as soon as he takes off, you got to be right there in his face. So Patrick was good at extended plays. Now, going back to the offensive line, when you're trying to extend plays and the offensive line is not as stellar as you want them to be, you got a clock in your head. Every time you go back, you got a clock in your head. And then all of a sudden you get a swipe from the back or a little push right here, it changes things. So defense is just running schemes. They're doing things to just keep him disrupted. And I like what you said about his feet, though, Reese, because I think now, because he's been trying to extend plays, do things with his feet, it's kind of getting him in trouble, right? Defense is all the same thing. Like, look, let's push him over here. And I said this against the Tennessee. Bud Dupree was coming from one side. They got Trey Smith the other side, man. They was trying to run a sandwich on Patrick. They was trying to get him pressed in, right? Best thing you do is keep him in my pocket. If he rolls out, make sure he rolls, toward his right hand. But to me, it's a lot of things. It's a number of things, man. But I do think a lot of it is kind of an off season. Maybe it's stardom. Those things. I think he still worked out. I don't think he missed out. I don't think he missed not one workout.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think he's not a guy that's lazy as far as like being responsible with his body and things. I don't see that.
No, I'm not saying lazy. I'm saying did the injury allow him to? I'm not saying he was lazy. I'm just saying as far as from the injury, because his footwork.
Yeah, but you got to work more.
He never had the best. He never had the best footwork. Period. But this is probably the worst I've seen his footwork since he's been here. It looked like Texas Tech footwork.
He's good, man. I think it's a lot of his trust. It's a lot of it. Look, trust in the line, trust in receivers. Like you said, we've been getting away from this for a long time, right? Mm-hmm. And we had this false sense of security, okay, that we could be down 3 touchdowns and come back. So when you're thinking in your head, you think you got the Superman cape every time you come on, every single time you come in. And that pressure of just being at the top all the time is getting to him. It is. Like, man, please talk to LeBron, talk to somebody who has stardom, who knows have to deal with controversy and not being the greatest right now, right? How do you work through those things? How do you get to that point, right? To stand on top. Shit. Call Tom Brady if you need to. Look, Brady, listen, I know we rivals, but I want to talk to you, right? So, shoot.
Now, I want to shift gears here before we go to the film review portion. But outside of Mahomes, obviously not looking right, they're having turnover issues that aren't just Mahomes. You have Kelsey fumbling, Nicole Hardman fumbling. Trying to think, Byron Pringle fumbling. There's a lot of different turnover issues all over the field. And then on top of that, the not turnovers, penalties. I think we had 13. I think we matched what we had in the Super Bowl, which is a lot. What are your kind of takeaways when you see the kind of lack of discipline with the penalties and then also with the turnovers as well? I mean, is that because last week, JD, you said that's just something that's a mental thing. That's just in our head now. We have the turnover monster in our head. How do you get over that?
That's practice. For as far as I understand, that's a practice thing. You work on those things and trying to correct them, like the grabbing. If you're in coverage and you got a guy breaking inside out of a route, you got to learn how not to grab. Get your feet work, understand the offense as it comes out, of what the receiver is trying to give you. If you got inside outside coverage, take advantage of that. Kind of what Reese brought up to not mention with the Dan situation. On the touchdown that he gave up, he's supposed to be outside leverage, and he gave up the outside because Willie Gay was on the inside. There's no way he's supposed to get beat on the outside, but lets the guy get on the outside. But as I mentioned I think in our group text, there should be not a situation to where we should leave Dan one-on-one with the receiver. Any situation. And we've been doing that quite a bit. I like Dan down in the box. That's where he belongs to me.
Like a hybrid linebacker.
Yeah. Thornhill is our deep guy. He's our safety. Let him stay back there. And for whatever reason, we put Dan in situations to where it's not conducive to him to make those kind of plays. And every single time it happens, you see Dan one-on-one with the receiver. And we just got to take him out of those situations.
So E, let me ask you. So, we was doing this before with Dan. And Dan was playing well. He was getting away with it, if you will. And so this year, he's not doing it. So, like you said, hey, look, he's not getting it done. We got to put Thornhill in, right? So I guess it's based on what you can do as opposed to what you did in the past, right? Because it's like, man, he's past couple of years, he's been doing, fine for us, right? But now, this year, kind of giving it up. And look, I'm saying, man, I hate calling guys' names out. I do, man, but, another linebacker, you just ain't playing where he need to be playing. I'm just gonna say it. They just, it's you can see, where the weakness is. So, do you do I stay loyal to this guy or am I trying to win? Right. So that's why, man, as a coach, you got to make that hard decision. Listen, you know what? Hey, I love you. Hey, you're the greatest guy to me. You know what I'm saying? True. I give you extra $100, but I'm at the bench. You have to sit on this bench for a little bit and watch. So
you know what I found strange today? Did y'all see Devontae Adams' press conference today?
No.
Everybody on the defense, he didn't know people's name on the defense. He said all of them by number.
Mm-hmm.
But then he said Dan Sorensen by name.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I said, you know what that means? You know what I'm saying? Like, they already know this is the guy we need to go after.
They like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know? Like, they got 22 back there, 38's doing cool. And, Dan Sorensen back. I'm like, out of all the people, his name, I'm like, I already know what's happening right now. But they need to make some adjustments. Like I said, he should never be in cover. Period. You know what I'm saying? So they need to hybrid linebacker him. I'll probably get Neiman out of there. He'd be situational. And let Dirty Dan be the third linebacker, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because Hitchens, I hate to say this, I've never been a person that hate Hitchens. You know what I'm saying? So, but his spot, that young boy from Mizzou, Bolton, his Hitchens spot is gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just go ahead and let him be the third linebacker, man. Let him run with them young boys, Gay and Bolton.
Yeah. And I think since Hitchens didn't play on Monday, I think that was kind of the reason why Neiman was getting those reps. So maybe it's kind of like a little swap when he comes back on Sunday. Maybe he gets the Neiman reps from this past week, hopefully. But all right, we're going to go to the film review session, which last week our viewers really liked. So the way this works is I went through Twitter and kind of looked at the the plays that were kind of the most talked about amongst Chiefs Kingdom on Twitter. And we got one bad and one good from offense and defensive side. And then one play that was talked about a lot on Twitter. So we're going to roll the tape here. We're going to start off here, play that's been referenced already multiple times on the show already. Let you guys take a look at this one. That's a lot of time back there. What did you guys notice there? What kind of stands out to you guys, Ian?
Hey, Marcus, can you give a full speed first and then slow it down the next one?
I slowed it down. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just let it play for a second.
Okay.
All right. So I see, like he said, man, it's bringing 3, right? Bring 3.
They've been bringing 3 the whole night.
Yeah, drop 8. Drop 8. You see the guy right there. It's fine, Patrick. It's a good pocket. They give him plenty of room. But we know right here in the red zone, especially going in from the 5, it's tighter windows. That's a tight window right there to get guys open. Because now all you see is white jerseys. And so everything, all the windows and stuff is going to be condensed. It's going to be hard to get it in there. Now, Pat comes up on this, right? He sees it, jumps
He
in.
just throws it too hard.
Too hard, man. Yeah, too hard. Hot potato. He can't handle that. Hot potato. It's there. Touchdown.
Yeah, it's there.
But go back to it. Okay, go back to it again. I want to see the coverage on everybody else. See what we're doing. So you got doubled up top. We see it up top.
You got doubled everywhere.
They zone in the middle.
Well,
Gordon's the only person that's sitting in his zone.
Yeah. So Kelsey right there is bracketed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek's bracketed. Yeah. Josh Gordon's open. Can't cover everybody. Can't do it.
Yeah, because Gordon, man, peels off right here.
Yeah.
Boom.
So Pat,
Boom.
right here is he's trying to extend the play with his feet because now everybody's not covered. That's why it looks good like that, right? 3rd down. So if you're a quarterback, give them a threat. You're going to run the football. Somebody's going to come off. They're looking at you. Just hard throw.
That's it. Honestly, on that, I don't have a complaint. He did, like you said, just a hard throw. He shouldn't have threw it that hard.
Yeah.
I ain't nothing you can really do about that, man. They came off of him. They seen him about to take off. They came off of him. He's wide open, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's football, man. Sometimes shit happens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a bad bounce. All right, so that was the bad. Now we're going to go to the good, and we've also kind of referenced this. JD, what do you see here from the yellow line?
Look at that
Downhill.
push. They are 3 yards downfield.
Yeah,
before that
downfield
boy gets the
already.
ball. Look at that push. He don't even get touched till he 5-6 yards downfield.
Come back. That's beautiful, right?
That's bad. That's textbook.
Yeah. Pause it right to pause it.
Boom. Helmet on the helmet. Look at that push.
Go back a little bit. See, you already got 6 in the box, man. We got the numbers right here. It's you're supposed to run the football, right? This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7. Still got it.
Still you running on 7.
Yeah, absolutely. So you see the double team right here on the D tackle going up. You got Travis Kelsey, got the defensive end. Who is this? Is this Pringle down here? He gets 30.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Watch that push though. Before he even get the ball. They don't push him off the ball 2-3 yards before he even get the ball. Watch that push. Shit. I don't understand who's that? Trey Smith on that pull?
And Trey Smith's helmet.
That's where he knocked his helmet off.
Yeah.
Look at that. Come on, man. Man, we got to run that ball more. Look at that mess.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's pretty right there. That's
beautiful.
What
That's beautiful. I bet you, he probably don't like seeing this, him being on defense.
But I don't mind it. I don't mind putting my head. I don't mind getting in the mix. So the thing with our run offense is that defenses are going to always think that we're pass first. Always. So if we're running the ball, we're always going to have the first step on them to go downhill because they're ready to get up the field for a pass or to drop back and cover. That's why the linebackers are so slow. So we have those, but when they know we're going to run the ball, like I think we ran it back to back. But when they know we're running the ball, we don't get that same push.
Yeah.
We don't get that same yardage.
The hole's not as open. I agree with you, E. It's like I said, don't be predictable in running the football in that play, right? Now play action, right? You soften them up a little bit with the run game. So they got to honor it. Look, you got to make sure the team.
I truly believe these defense coordinators are telling, no matter how much they run on them, do not bite on play action. I truly
Reese,
believe
this is one thing they're going to do. This is a copycat league. So whatever success that you have on a team, the previous team, Green Bay is going to watch the same film that every other team has played against us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
They don't have to tell the coach. They're going to watch the same exact film to see what advantages they have and what disadvantages that they have.
Yeah. Oh man, that's beautiful right there.
that is, boy.
That's how it's supposed to look. You say that's textbook. That's running football. That's physical football right there. And all them guys right there in the middle, every single one of them. Them jokers got 2 cheeseburgers on their chest right now. They running the football. They want to run this. Come on. Look at Trey Smith. Look at that. Finish him up, right?
Could us not running the ball as much? Could that be the coaches not trusting the running backs we have? Because when we had Kareem Hunt, we ran the ball a lot more.
That's a dog, man. You can't compare him to anybody we got in the back.
But that's what I'm saying. The coaches trusted him, so he got they ran the ball. That's what I'm saying. Could it be they don't trust the running backs completely?
If Gore could do the same thing next week, I guarantee it'll change the offense up from here on out.
Kareem Hunt was an every down back. He's a guy that you could have on every single down, right?
Who?
Kareem Hunt. And so that's why I like Gore. He's a natural running back. You can see his vision. You can see how he's setting it up. He's just running through the guys. Look, and he's toting it hard. He's tough. He's hitting the hole. He's hitting it. He ain't waiting.
I'm gonna give you a name right now.
Yeah.
You might not like it. If he doesn't sign with the team next year, I think we can kind of go after him instead of getting somebody in the draft because he's still a young guy.
Okay.
And that's Pollard out here in Dallas.
He has looked really good this year.
Pollard has looked good.
He looked better than Elliott. He looked better than Elliott looked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Pollard's every down back though? He ain't your every down back.
Oh, I think he is.
You think so?
Man, I seen this dude in action. I'm talking about it. Dude is running through the holes. He's great catching the ball. He's great on short yardage. Pollard, for his size, is a great every down back.
What's his pass pro like though?
Huh?
His pass protection. That's gonna be something big with us.
There's a reason that Ezekiel Elliott carries it down. His play time is down. They got to give Pollard time on the field.
Yeah, right. I know what you're saying.
He's dynamic, no doubt about it, man. He's good. I like Pollard.
And the funny thing was, in the press conference today, Gore said he was surprised he got as much playing time as he did on Monday. He wasn't expecting to get much playing time. That they went with a hot hand.
I wish he got more because he didn't hardly get much in the second half. I wish he got more.
I don't understand that. I don't understand what happened in the second half at all.
I think he got like 3 or 4 carries back to back on this drive, and then the second half he got 3 the entire half.
That's that stuff. Look, I'm trying not to cut. That's that stuff I don't like, boy. Like he's the hot man. You know how I get down, nigga. I'm fighting my stuff in.
Yeah.
But that's the stuff I don't like, boy. Like if he's hot, he's hot. Like I'm telling you, even the offensive line, they even block harder for him. Like they know he's gonna pick the right hole. He's aggressive. I don't know, man. To me, they even block better for him.
He kind of runs like Thomas Jones. It reminds me of Thomas Jones the way he runs. That's a pure.
And I tell you what, I can't sit here and pretend I know what it's like to coach. I do know what it's like to play. I don't know what calls to make during certain down and distance. So I can't sit there and say what a coach should and shouldn't do. But I also think that we need to learn how to make adjustments during games to make play easier for our personnel. Right now, we have a difficult time of trying to adjust to what defenses are doing to us. And we don't like the little dink and dunk. I saw somebody commented that we're going to the Alex Smith offense. Okay, That's a part of an adjustment that we got to either live by and make work for us, because right now the offense that we've been running, it just isn't working.
No, it ain't. Like I tell people all the time, I said, man, if Alex Smith and Jamal Charles are playing right now, well, they be eating against this type of defense. This is right up their alley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Jamal, all I got a light box. Alex, all I got to do is throw, 10 yards in. Cool. They be eating right now, man. But
they're not gonna give that to you against him too.
Yeah, I know they wouldn't, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I know they wouldn't. Nah. I'm just saying, man.
So
we just
the next play is the bad from the defensive side, and this is a play that was alluded to earlier in talking about the game. So, what do you see here that you commented on earlier?
Where are we at?
This is
Sorensen not cutting out the outside.
Yeah, this is Sorensen on the out route. Evan Ingram's out route.
Yeah, even his alignment is outside, and how he let the guy shake him to get out there, I don't know. You got Willie Gay sitting on the inside. He coming to you right now, sliding over to you, but you already lost your leverage.
That's terrible.
Man, I just think right now Dan is in a vulnerable situation, because from the start he's had mistakes in the games, and so it's like I don't think he can go anywhere or look anywhere without seeing his name in some sort of negative way. When you get called out personally by Shannon Sharp, who's like on one of the biggest platforms right now, it's going to take effect. And Dan has been taking it every single week.
And this is something that I also noticed before this play was happening. I was watching this exchange between Willie Gay and Wharton, and we had talked on the show how communication has been an issue. And look at this right here.
They're not ready. That right there affects. See, little things like it in football. We talk about inches. Little things like that affect every single play on the field. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say Chris makes a little bit of pressure coming up the middle, right? And have him with an errant throw. You know what I mean? Like this right here, where you take yourself out of the play, hurts everybody else. But this Dan should not get beat, without a doubt. His alignment is relationship-wise. You're on the outside. You got help on the inside. With Gay, there's no reason you get beat outside. Why are you going for the inside? Why are you going for it? You don't have to go for it, right?
Let him have it.
Yeah.
You know where your help's at. If you know where your help is at.
Matter of fact, be physical, right? If you're going to do anything, throw him off his route. Make sure you push him back inside. Push him back inside.
Right. Because my thing is this, look. If you play outside, they hit you.
But look at this here, though, Reese.
Huh?
Look at this here. The nickel up top does the same thing. He lost his leverage outside.
Did he? I never even noticed. Let me see.
Dude gets outside of him too.
Lord Jesus Christ. I didn't even notice that, E. What in the world is going on?
See, that's just that right there. That's young. That's young. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's youth up there at top and down source. And like you said, that's lack of confidence, right? Like you said, he's playing on eggshells right now. Once a guy gave like that silliness of putting him up, starting a fan page or whatever, like to get him out of his contract.
GoFundMe.
Man, that's ridiculous, man. Seriously. Funny, but I mean, seriously, it wasn't funny to me. You know what I'm saying?
Did he think a pick was coming? A rub route or something? I don't understand that.
I don't know how he's not getting his hands on his.
It's bad eyes, man. That's all it is. Bad eyes. You looking at too much up here when you should be focused at shoulders, chest on down, and you don't lose leverage. Because all that shaking and stuff, he can shake all he wants to. You keep your eyes focus on the part that you're supposed to focus on, you don't lose that leverage. First of all, he's already telling you he's inside. So you should know that. But again, both guys on the inside lost leverage.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. If that's where you're helping, and if they beat y'all to the inside, man, you just shake their hand. If you do your job and get beat, I mean, all you can do is shake their hand. But when you don't do your job and get beat, I never even noticed that. That's terrible.
I'm looking at this. He didn't really give him a whole lot. When you look at it, he didn't really give him all that much.
When they showed it during the game, he gave him a nice wiggle. He gave him a nice shake in the game.
What they tell you? You put your hands on him, right? Let him run the space. Let him run the space. Put your hands on it. Get physical with it.
Dan's not a corner, man.
Oh, man. I know safety. You should be putting his hands on it because you don't want to cover nobody no way.
But again, JD, neither one of the guys got hands on them. Both guys lost leverage.
Yes.
As you notice, Tyrann Mathieu's reaction, like his other reactions with Dan's mistakes.
He knows the call, man. Everybody knows the call. Everybody know the call. He like, come on. That's yours. You outside. You know you're outside on this.
All right, so that was the bad. Now there's some good here. This is Willie Gay, start off the game.
Yeah. But you know what? Guess what? He had inside help on that play. So look at him.
Yep.
He had inside help. Corner said, "Cool, you want to go inside? I'll let you have inside." And look what happened. The same thing they should have did in the red zone, in the end zone. Boy, he jumped the hell out of that route, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And even the pressure on this play, like Frank Clark heading upfield.
Yeah.
Who?
Frank Clark heading upfield.
Double nickel. Boy, you silly.
I didn't even say nothing. I didn't even say.
But all in all, man, Gay has come out and done some excellent things in his return. So I just hope he can keep it up and stay injury free.
Man, he jumped, man.
That pressure should be like that all the time. We should see Frank Clark back there every play like that. Every single play.
Hopefully, Melvin Ingram, too. You know one thing I've never liked about Frank Clark? He really don't have moves, like pass rush moves.
No,
he got that speed move, and he got that little fake spin he do, and every now and then he'll do a little spin on you. But to me, he don't even have great hands. I don't know. I never was a big fan of him. I love his attitude. Well, I used to like his attitude, but not no much. You know, it is what it is. But with Ingram, hoping we get Ingram out there, we can slide Jones back to the inside because that boy is a true defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Look
at it right here. Look how he kind of pulls back because, you know, like you said, he ain't got that move.
Yeah, he has no moves. And I never thought even in Seattle, I was like, he's a product of everybody around him. They made him look better. I'm not saying he was, he's a good player. You know what I'm saying? But the people around him made him look like a great player.
You talking about Reed?
Yeah, just everybody on that Seattle defense.
Oh, yeah.
Thing. But he don't, I never thought, I'm like, man, he don't have any moves. Like, he's aggressive though. And when he's healthy, he's real aggressive. He just, I don't know.
And so this is the last play of the film study here is third and goal play, which at the end of the game, which a lot of people have been commenting on Mahomes escaping the pocket, pretty much being the symbol of him, you know, escaping the pocket a little too early. So this is two different views here. So
same thing, 3-man rush.
With a nickel spy too. That's a corner spy.
Yes.
The spy doesn't do anything until he takes off running.
That's right.
He sit there and catch that ball as long as he wants to while he's in the pocket.
But see, I think he probably was looking at Travis, but
That's
that spy right there is the reason he didn't throw it. Because he came back left, and then Travis came over.
Travis, he's bracketed again in this.
Right.
Same defense. We said before on the top of the film up top, right on the left video. Go back, Marcus.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go through them because I've seen this on the field. That's Josh Gordon up there. That's your matchup. Okay.
That's all you want. Throw that fade route.
Throw the fade route. Throw it up to him, right? He decides he's looking at Travis, right? He was going to be bracketed. Okay. The other linebacker, because he had Williams coming out the backfield, but you see the safety comes down with the corner, right? Travis actually beats him. So right. Patrick trying to extend the play, right? But there you go. The nickel's on him so fast, right? Fast guy. That's what cuts it down. He just find him the whole time. As soon as he takes off, he is gone. You got a fast guy on him, it throws everything off right here, right? So
the whole point is he's leaving the pocket too early. He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
That's a clean pocket right there.
It's a clean pocket, but like I said, man, you got to realize, especially down here within the 5 or 10 yard line, it's going off on you. You don't have much room. So, the 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, he knows that those guys, those tackles, they ain't gonna be able to hold up all that time, right? It's a drop back.
It's a 3-man rush.
He better.
You got 2 blocking here, 2 blocking there. 1 man is not even in the play.
So you see, right? Okay, it's a 3-man rush. So what
it
you
was
do?
A 3-man rush the entire game.
But listen to me, right? So you got Creed, okay, and you got Thuney, right, on the D tackle. The left tackle and right tackle have one-on-one. Okay, he steps up because that's the pressure he feels. All right, he's looking downfield. Heel up top over here, he's double teamed. Travis is double team on the inside. When he takes off to the left, he's trying to extend the play. That's what he's doing. He's trying to extend the play.
We understand that. We get that part. But why are you leaving?
Why are you bailing so fast? Is what we're getting at.
We know what he's doing. He's supposed to do, but why are you leaving?
You are bailing because the timing is going off in your head, and that's where the strips come from the back. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So the thing to him, he's running to the side because he knows the pocket's coming around him. Look, it's pocket awareness. He can feel all of that, right? The quarterback, you feeling everything around you, okay?
I just think it's mostly PTSD from all the previous games.
It is that, right? And that's why he's bailing. That's what.
Okay, JD, we get that, but that's what we understand. But it's the entire game. It's a 3-man rush. If you notice, it's been happening in all these games. Okay. Take a chance. It's a 3-man rush.
So what you do? You just sit back in the pocket. You're waiting for guys to keep getting open. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to run out of the pocket. You can take 2 steps up or take 2 steps to the right, to the left. It's just about foot movement, pocket presence. That's what it is.
Okay, he's doing this, right? He did just like you said. He's moving up. Right?
No, he's not. He's ready to run.
He's tucking the ball.
No. Okay, listen. Look at the play. Okay, he moves up, right? When he's moving up, he still sees like the same thing, right? The guys are double team.
Ready to run.
Yeah, he's looking downfield. All right, watch his head. Look, watch his head. There, gone. Just check him out, right? He goes to Travis first. Don't see him. Now he's looking for Hill. He's looking for the
go.
Don't get it. Yeah, he takes off. Now he looks back inside again to Travis. All right? Watch his read. Just watch what he's reading.
JD, he backed up. He did his drop. He looked at the spot. He takes off running to the left. Once that right foot hit, he's gone.
Right.
He's gone, boy.
He's gone. Right.
I don't know what his reads is, but ever since Tampa Bay, like you said, they bracketed Tyreek and Kelsey. I got this 6'4", 6'5", 230-pound person over here, man-to-man cover. I don't care what they tell me my read is. That's going to be my read. In the end zone with a fade route, Josh Gordon, I'm taking that chance.
So JD, you're just saying that it's kind of he's still getting those O-lines, kind of a lack of trust kind of deal? Is that what is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, the guys are breathing from the back, right? He steps up, okay? And the thing is, he's looking for us. He's trying to extend the play by running to the left, all right? The thing is, this guy's spying him. He looks over here actually to the left. He's trying to throw this comeback route on the outside. That's his next read. Heel to the outside. This guy's closing in on him. Now he goes, he's looking for Travis. By that time, look, this is, to me, that was probably the greatest call right now as a defense coordinator. Get a fast guy to spy him. So when he takes off, you in his face right now. I mean, this guy runs him down.
We see the play. I'm just trying to base it off what I want to know why. I understand he's dropping back looking at one read from what I see. He looks to the right, he takes off. That spy guy is not – wait.
Right.
The spy guy is not going to move until he runs out of the pocket.
Okay.
All Patrick has to do is step up, look to the right, nothing, look to the left. You could have waited until whoever's running across the field is coming. The spy guy is not going to move until Patrick takes off.
Okay. Let's say Patrick. Okay, we're just okay.
Okay, you going off? Let's say I don't know what.
I'm saying no. You saying he shouldn't move till Patrick takes off. So Patrick stays in this window, right? The guy's sitting right there. He can't throw it to Kelsey because that guy's right there in the path of throwing it to Kelsey on the inside. Kelsey's a double.
It still gives you more time, though.
Look, listen, E. I'm telling you, it's trust. It is PTSD. He's trying to extend the play, and looking, out there in the regular field, it's different. It's the same thing. He's been getting a lot of pressure this year. And the thing is, I'm not making an excuse for Mahomes. I think right here, I know what he's thinking. I know exactly what he's thinking. I know everybody's seeing it, but I'm looking at double team, single up top, single to the right on the outside. You got single to the outside. My matchup immediately coming off this ball would have been to Gordon on the outside. That's me. That's just me as a quarterback, right? But does he trust Gordon, and does he trust whoever's down here on the left side? Is he trusting them one-on-one? Apparently he's not, because he's not looking at them first. He goes immediately to the two guys he's double teaming, that's getting double team, right? Like you said, there's 1 or 2 reads. Kelsey, Hill. Then he goes outside. Oh, too late. I get it. To me, a lot of this is just trust, man. I don't think when people are sitting there saying that, Patrick is, he's bailing, he's doing all this, man, he's been doing that. It's been working. But now everybody's sitting back, because you got the blueprint, okay, give him pressure.
But Jason, has he been bailing so fast, though, in previous years?
No.
Because, and I understand it might be a trust issue, but at some point you just got to say, you know what? Because I watched him that first year make Demetrius Harris look good.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
So Reese, I'm 100% with you. My thing is, he's never done it so quick. Patrick is a playmaker. Yes, he's dealing with the PTSD of the things that have happened to him previous games. He is bailing too quick. Is he capable of making these second and third reads? Yes. I think he's just so bothered by the previous things that have happened to him in games, whether they've been, hits to him, the kick to the head that knocked him out, the bad force throws that have turned into interceptions. I think all that's kind of played into it to where he's bailing, trying to make a play too quick. Can he spend an extra second or two in the pocket?
That's it.
Yes. But that's where a quarterback coach or somebody on offense got to say, look, Pat, we noticed this. Try not to bail out so quick. Try to look at the second and third read. We understand who you are as a playmaker. We have confidence in you. We need you to have just a tad bit more confidence, maybe 1 second or 2 seconds more confidence in what we're doing up front. Just don't bail so quick.
Can't do it. Sorry, coach. Hey,
okay, JD, that's making an excuse. I'm just trying to say what you're trying to give to guys.
Look, I'm telling you, as a quarterback, look, if you've been getting pressure, coach, I hear what you're saying. But if I done got knocked out, kicked in the head, all those different things, I'm going to have PTSD. Ask everybody who has PTSD.
So what? So we pull him out then?
Huh?
So pull him out?
Right.
What's that now?
So pull him out of the game?
Who?
Patrick.
No, why would you do that? Shoot, let him do what he does.
Why would you tell him he can't stay in the pocket every second, JD?
Let him do what he can do. Let him keep doing what he's doing, right? All they're doing is, like you said, they dropping 7. It's different.
So you can't be a quarterback coach and try to give your guy a little bit more confidence. You can't tell him, give us 1 second.
Hey, man, you can tell him whatever you want to do. Hey, look.
I'm asking you, JD.
I'll tell you. So I'll do like this.
So are you basically telling me you can't help your player to get that 1 second more confidence?
So
I'm asking you a question. That's all I ask. Yes or no?
What's that? Give 1 more second?
You can't be a coach to give your player 1 more second.
It's gonna come off the offensive line for doing that. Okay. It's those guys in that room. No, seriously, look, man, it's those guys in the room. If I'm telling him to stay 1 more second, yeah, I get it. I can tell him that. But I'm not the coach. I'm not in the fire, right? I'm back here like this. Coach, did you see this big ham hock hit me, 328 pounds, kick me in my head? Did you just see that last week? Did you see my eyes sitting over dangling? You want me staying here for another second and a half? Okay.
It's football, JD. Aaron Rodgers.
I know what it is.
I understand that, man.
You know what? I know what it is. Absolutely.
JD, you are a coach, man. How you sit there and say like you can't tell your players, okay, I need y'all to block a second longer or block this much longer.
Yeah, give it time.
I need you as a quarterback to either give us 1 more extra second before taking it out of the pocket. I understand what happened in the previous game.
So I'm going to tell you as a coach, this is what I would tell him. I'm going to do like this. In meetings, give me some more time to throw the football. I'm going to get on my offensive line and give him enough time, right? Because he got to see it. And I'll do just like this. Hey, if them suckers don't block for you, take off right now. They don't block, take off.
No, man, you don't do that. You know better than that.
Okay, so we're gonna go to our last our last segment is the predictions portion here. So this Sunday at 4:25, our Kansas City Chiefs will be hosting the Green Bay Packers on Fox. I think it's the America's Game of the Week. Chiefs were a 1-point favorite, but now with the Aaron Rodgers being out of the game, we are now an 8-point favorite at home. So what are your score predictions and who do you guys have in this one?
You know what? If we were playing the greatest show on earth, Super Bowl winning team, I'm still going to go with my Chiefs. So I don't care who we're playing, who's at quarterback, or who's playing on defense. I'm picking my team to win. So for this game here, I'm going to go 28-23.
Solid.
Hey, listen, I always pick the Chiefs. I don't care. They didn't hurt my feelings many a time, but I'm always, even when these two suckers were playing, it hurt my feelings. But I'm always going to go for the Chiefs. I'm going 27-20. Us.
And don't be trying to base it around my score.
You go. We know how you count them books, so I ain't worried about your stuff.
All right. I'm gonna do this. Okay. And I think being out, I'm rooting for these dudes, and I'm really looking at 34-24.
Okay, wow.
Chiefs.
High score fair. High scoring.
Yes. I think it's the one where everything flows together, right? Patrick ain't bailing into 2 seconds like his guys always say. He's listening to
2.5.
Right. He's listening to the Green Eye Bandit, give it out, stop bailing. You only got 3-man rush. All right. Look, he did a good job actually check down last week. Do we not agree with that? He did a much better job check down. He did.
Yeah. He did.
That's about the yards they got from the running backs out of the backfield.
Yeah.
But I see right here, man, it's going to be convincing. This is the time and opportunity for everybody, the naysayers and whatnot. This is where you put it all together. Get ready for the run.
Yeah, the total points of this game before Rodgers' COVID, it was 56 points. But when they adjusted the spreads, the total points of the game is now 48 points. So
I'm taking that. Shoot, well, I need to call.
Well, is sports betting illegal in Kentucky yet?
But you know, you do everything online.
They got the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. All right. Well, that does it for us. Thanks for tuning in to Chief Concerns presented by BetOnline. Reese, it was awesome having you on, man. Love getting you
on. Appreciate you coming on. I apologize for getting you on so late.
That's all good, man. It's all good.
We'll get you on here again.
All right. That worked for me.